He didn't want to be in the public. Okay, I'll be in the public. You go clean. It's all needs to be done. And if I don't have helpers, I'm limited to how many hours I can put in. And so anything they can do, we also, different from most employers. Normally you say, an employer says, I have this spot and I need someone that fits that spot. Instead, I look for a good person and then I will find what works for them so that they are utilizing their skills, they are fulfilled in what they're doing, and they enjoy it. Nobody wants to scrub pots all day long unless you really like scrubbing pots. But if you are, handy with your hands or good at bookkeeping or whatever, what you want to do, we will find a spot for it so that you can use your skills and enjoy your time there. And that just helps us help more people.
And I think that would make a more fulfilling and rewarding experience as a volunteer.
It is, and it's stress-free because we're just hanging out, and you're not trying to sell something.
No,
that is what's
you're
so
not.
cool. People walk in and you go, oh, I can help you here.
It's like Christmas every day.
And so it's, because I've done sales, and you got that, you have to trick them or something. It's not that.
What I like too is you talked about how one of your volunteers would go and call the people that you have had contact with, touch bases with them, see how they're doing. But you do more than that. You also see what else they need.
Yes. We call to see just how you're doing, because if you're coming to us, either you or somebody in your life is not having a great day. And so we follow up, how are things going? Is there anything else we can do? And so if it's equipment or supplies, we're happy to do that. If it's, I'm looking for a caregiver, I know who you should call. And so we can send them down to the Senior Resource Center or to Kathy or wherever, because they need help in all these facets. And then if there is more equipment needed, or they're thinking, I'm trying to have this, or I'm having this difficulty, because we have some experience with this equipment and how it's used, I can go, we can take this and turn it around backwards and it will do what you need, whatever, because we're just trying to solve the problem. And usually, if it also puts a bug in their ear or the back of their mind that, I was going to return that shower bench 6 months ago, maybe I should, because that is necessary. It needs to come back so we can help more people. But I don't ever want to be calling and saying, hi, Margaret, how's my wheelchair? I want to know how Margaret's doing.
Nice.
And if she's done, then she can bring the stuff back.
And I know that you do work with other people in the community, like you still have ties with North Beach Resource Center.
Mm-hmm.
So you help support them as well. And I understand there's another group that is kind of honoring you with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, there was a couple ladies come in that are going to be doing several functions for National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. They're talking about a fun run and like chicken breast roasting and all sorts of breast things to bring it out to the public.
Okay.
And that's the month to do it. And they have decided that since we are helping so many people, they want to make us their charity. And so any of the proceeds coming from all these events are going to come to North Beach Medical Equipment so we can keep helping people.
I think that's wonderful.
I think it is too.
And then you told me, and this is my favorite story.
Okay.
So you were contacted or working with the local elementary school.
Yes.
So tell me that story.
Okay. Well, there is a book written by a gentleman whose son is a quadriplegic, so he difficulty with his arms and legs because of cerebral palsy. And his son is now grown and is a national speaker his company or whatever is called Handicap This, because they're out educating people. Okay, so this gentleman's father is a college professor and a motivational speaker, and he just wrote a really neat book called Hank, Not Your Average Ordinary Chair, something like that. And it's geared towards educating children that disability is not weird. It's not bad. It's not contagious. It's just what it is. Somebody's legs aren't working, but they're still people. And so it at I'd say a first or second grade level, helps the children learn that it's okay to ask questions. You know, what happened? And then go on. They play.
Yeah.
And I'm working at getting this into the schools so that we can head off some of the ignorance that people with disabilities face all the time.
Yes.
If we can educate the kids that it's normal, it's okay, then it doesn't become weird later on. And so I'm working with some of the school principals, and I'd love to see them in church Sunday schools or whatever. Just educate people that it is the right thing to do. It's black, white, brown, wheelchair, crutches. We're all people, and we all have different abilities and different disabilities, but you love them the same.
I like that. That's very well stated.
Okay.
It is. So not only are you providing medical equipment that promotes safety and independence
Mm-hmm.
and within the home, you're doing it at no cost.
Correct.
And you're also providing the other service of people that can bring in their equipment they have if it needs maintenance or tune-up or
Mhm.
repairs. You're
Yes.
doing that.
Yes.
I know that you go out to people's homes delivering this stuff if they can't come in
Yes.
to you. Yes, I know. And then I understand that you are working with the community as far as awareness for people with disabilities to break down those barriers and to get communications going and acceptance, which is so huge.
Yes. I'm really working at making this community more accessible. I have a Facebook page called Ocean Shores Accessibility, where I am, instead of shaming businesses into being accessible, I'm encouraging them
Nice.
and showing them the fact that it's been the law of the land for 26 years, maybe you should come on board, but also why keep people out? I mean, it's a civil rights law. And if you would say no blacks allowed, well, why do you make it so wheelchair user couldn't come in? It's the same thing. And so we are all the same, we're all equal. Let's make the effort to allow everybody into our stores, into our government buildings. It takes some effort, but then it's done. You put the ramps in and it's there. And so you do what's right, and it benefits so many people. And as our population ages, as we have more wounded vets returning, we got more people who are in the public dealing with disabilities.
Yes.
You know, a couple generations ago, they were kept at home. That doesn't work.
No.
People want their life. So why are we in the way?
All right, and he does all this with just donations, okay? He doesn't get paid to do this. He doesn't get a salary to do this. He just has that leap of faith that gets him from 1 month to the next, to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And I admire your strong faith. And,
Thank you.
And I think you once said that the more you give, the more you receive too.
Yes. There is a saying that you can't outgive God.
There you go.
And every time I try, he beats me. So
All right, so North Beach Medical Equipment.
yes.
I love the phone number, 289-FREE. Okay, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
First building on the right as you enter Ocean Shores, next to the pretty mopeds.
Mm-hmm.
And again, volunteers appreciated. donations, both cash and equipment, appreciated, but more importantly, just contacting Rich if you need something.
Yes.
If there's anything that he can do, because this guy will do it. I've seen him work. He does go on Facebook and communicate with people across the state and just trying. He's one of those that if you find a need, you meet a need.
Mm-hmm.
And you're exemplary in this.
Thank you. I'm a hope. After we were featured, or Como came down and put us on the news.
Yes.
And some folks on Facebook were saying, "Hey, you guys, you need to recognize this guy. He's doing good deeds." And I'm going, "Well, that'd be great, but I'd rather be duplicated.
Ah.
Do what we are doing. We are trying to help other small communities develop this.
Nice.
You know, you don't have to go crazy like me and open a whole store, but you could have a room in your church, or in your food bank or at City Hall, and have some of the stuff, the walkers, the crutches, a commode, things that they're going to need right now, not when they can get to town, not when the insurance finally pays for it. So, that's what I'd love to see is people doing what I'm doing, and that would be the highest honor."
So again, great example of a program or service available in the community that's there if you ever find yourself in that crisis situation. If someone that you love has been injured or just needs the bath bench or the shower chair or the bedside commode, or if you need that, and if you need it right now because you're coming home from the hospital and by gosh, you need to get this set up. Great example with Rich and the service that he provides the community. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us with this Life Strategies episode.